How's it going, everyone? Gonna be covering a lot of stuff in this video. First of all, Amazon has got a plethora of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 game deals. Nintendo's running some stuff right now as well, the Game Awards sale, as well as a very good deal on Best Buy right now. And then I also want to give you guys a heads up on a potential PSN sale that might be running soon. I'll talk about that off the top, and then we're going to transition into some deals as well. So this is going to be a lengthier video. It seems like you guys like these more lengthy videos, and we're always going to have these YouTube chapters now, so if you want to skip forward to anything, if the deals don't interest you, you can always skip and go to whatever interests you, if anything. Or if not, just click out of the video, wait for the next one, and I'm sure come tomorrow, we'll be talking some very exciting stuff coming out of the Game Awards. Nevertheless, let's start off by talking about the Game Awards. Okay, so this is a little bit strange, but literally, like, every platform right now, Nintendo eShop, Steam, Xbox Live, a bunch of PC e-tailers, they are all running Game Awards sales right now. As of the recording of this video, Sony does not have a PlayStation Store sale up stateside for the Game Awards sale. Now, there is actually a Game Awards sale running on the UK PSN store, so if you're over there, you can get some good deals as a part of that. I would have to assume that Sony at some point is going to be running a Game Awards sale, maybe after the Game Awards concludes, because if you actually look at their end of the year sale that they're running right now, that's running until December 22nd or the 23rd, they actually don't have a lot of games that drop this year on sale. Like, I know Ys 9 Montrum Nox is on sale, but a lot of those game deals as part of the end of the year sale, they're games that have been out for quite a while. So just a heads up, I do think a Game Awards sale is going to be coming to the US PlayStation Store sooner rather than later. Maybe by the time this video is uploaded, it's already live, so go check for yourself. If it is, you can count on us to do some coverage of it. Moving on from that, however, Amazon with the sneaky sale here. If you're looking to pick up some games at their Black Friday prices, you can do so, and Amazon has actually matched the gimmick of GameStop right now, where if you spend $100, you can save $10. So if you're looking to buy $100 worth of games, you can end up saving $10 on select titles, and there are some notable games. There are some games that are spiked up from their Black Friday prices, and obviously I would avoid those, but outside of that, if you're looking to drop $100, there are some games at their Black Friday prices, so that's what you want to focus on. So let's talk about some of those games on sale. Returnal is at $50. That is the Black Friday price at this stage of the game. If you've already waited this long, early next year could easily see it for $30. So that is something I did want to preface before, giving it a hard recommend. I enjoyed the game more than most, but definitely can understand why people had their issues with it. Life is Strange True Colors is at $30. That is what it is. Could see that being cheaper as well come early next year. Demon Slayer is the Hinokami Chronicles. That's $35. That's the Black Friday price. I believe Demon Slayer just kicked off like new content for its anime. All my boys have been talking about it. They're super into it. Apparently like some 50-minute episode. You guys probably know better than me if you're super into Demon Slayer. All I'll say is I really like the opening of that show. Didn't really get into the show itself. First 3 episodes were a little bit slow, but have heard solid praise for this game, so that is the Black Friday price. Demon Souls down to $40. Once again, that's the Black Friday price as well. Great game. If you didn't pick it up at the PlayStation 5 launch, maybe you picked up your PS5 recently, not a bad pickup at all. Last of Us Part 2 is down to $20. Not a big fan of Last of Us Part 2's story, but hey, some people absolutely adore it. Some people absolutely agree with the fact that it won Game of the Year in 2020, and if you've been eyeing it for a while, $20 is, the lowest price it's been at, and saving $10 on top of $100 worth of purchases makes it a little bit cheaper. Some other deals, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is at $50. That is the Black Friday price, of course, so that's a great pickup. That is, probably my front runner for Game of the Year at this stage. Do I think it's going to win Game of the Year tonight? I don't think so. I don't even know if it's in the running, to be honest. I haven't really given that much insight, but I really enjoyed the game. Yes, it's very much on the shorter side, but hey, 12 hours of high-quality gameplay, I think, is something that's well worth it. If, you're not put off by the perceived lack of content in the game, $50 for it, I think, is a great price. Some other deals that aren't eligible for the spend $100, save $10. deal. Alan Wake Remastered is down to $19.99. That includes Alan Wake and the additional DLC. I think that is a very, very strong pickup. I loved Alan Wake, so yeah, I do enjoy Control more, but Alan Wake came out back in 2010, so it does show its age a little bit, but I still think it also does hold up reasonably well, all things considered. $20 for the amount of content you're getting, which is a decent bit, I think is a good pickup. Lost Judgment is $29.99. Obviously, I would recommend you to go play the original Judgment first, which is also on sale. Judgment on PS5 is down to $19.99, which I would say, hell yeah, go pick that up. The PS4 version right now on Amazon is $49.16, so that's definitely not worth it, but for $19.99, very much worth it. Good entry into the, Ryuga Gotoku Studio titles if the Yakuza franchise being 7 games deep does scare you a little bit. Maybe even more than 7 games if you count things like Dead Souls and whatever. But you get the idea. Judgment, you got Judgment and Lost Judgment. Play Judgment, then get into Lost Judgment. You're going to have a good time with both games. $20 for the first game, $30 for Lost Judgment. Given the fact Lost Judgment just came out back in September, exceptional price there. Also, lastly, do want to know Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, and by the way, that is eligible for the spend 100, save $10. So you could get Ghost of Tsushima, Ratchet, and Clank and save a little bit of money that way, but Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut I think is a great pickup. If you haven't picked up Ghost of Tsushima on the PS4, you obviously, if you have the PS4 version, you're better off just getting the Director's Cut edition. I know the box art might be appealing to some people, but yeah, if you've never picked up Ghost of Tsushima, the game's absolutely terrific. A lot of content, and the side content is actually incredibly engaging, so I'd highly recommend it from that standpoint as well, to actually go through and 100% the game if you can sit down and spend the time with it. The Iki Island expansion, it doesn't revolutionize the wheel in any sort of way, but more Ghost of Tsushima content was definitely not a bad thing. So a lot of great deals as far as that's concerned. Definitely some worthwhile stuff to pick up. Links to all those deals will be in the description box below. You can check them out there. Alright, moving on from that. Nintendo stuff. Like to cover some eShop deals. They are running their Game Awards winner and nominee deal. Save up to 30%, so these are some more marquee titles. Octopath Traveler is down to $42. Doom Eternal is down to $24. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is down to $12, which is actually a really, really good price. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is $42. Monster Hunter Rise is $45. Breath of the Wild is $42. You can get that physically considerably cheaper right now. You've got Carrion for $11.99. Very cool game there. Spelunky 2 for $16. Some pretty decent deals. Switch prices are always going to be a little bit more heftier than your PlayStation counterparts, but hey, if you have a Switch, you're probably accustomed to that at this stage of the game. That sale will be running until 12-15, December 15th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, so you got a little bit of time to enjoy that. It also notes plus earn 5% gold points for your next purchase. I do also want to note on the Nintendo side of things, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is at a spicy $30 over at Best Buy. That is an exceptionally good price. It's really hard to find Nintendo games at sub $35, so Breath of the Wild for $30 I think is quite a good deal. Would give that a strong recommendation. Obviously, if you have a Nintendo Switch, you probably already own the game, but if you're looking to pick up a Switch for the holidays, looking for games to get with it, Breath of the Wild is as good as any to be getting with it. Definitely would give that a recommendation. Alright, so that is going to conclude the deals portion of this video. Now let us talk about some news, which I think there's some pretty cool stuff to cover. Some low-key stuff, but some stuff that definitely does pique my interest. The Last Oricru, a game to keep on your radar because it is coming from publisher Prime Matter. Prime Matter is a publishing headquarter that just kind of came together recently, and it's a subsidiary of Koch Media. They have a lot of games under work right now. Some of the games maybe don't look to be the grandiose, biggest budget projects in the world, but they're definitely working on some titles to keep your eyes on. I really hope it turns out because, hey, if we have another publishing juggernaut in the gaming ecosystem, I think that is a good thing altogether. We got an 8-minute gameplay overview trailer for the game. Not gonna go over everything to the game, and yes, you can look at the game and see that, maybe it's a little bit rough around the edges at this stage of the game. Obviously, it's still a ways away, but looks like this is gonna be a game with a heavy emphasis on its dialogue, decision-making, and customization, which from an RPG standpoint, I think that is gonna be right up the alley of a lot of people. The key features of the game note an intriguing story in the world of the Last Oricru. The advanced technology is mostly forgotten. The last remains are perceived as magical objects and only a few chosen ones can be used. Some of the advanced technology, such as the Cradle of Life, can be used by the last Oricru only. Impactful decision making as well, massive decision trees in which your decisions lead to a different outcome affecting story, characters, game endings, but also visuals of levels or the gameplay flow. Every action, subquest, or death can affect your reputation with each faction. There are multiple ways to play through the last Oricru: befriend everyone or be the bad guy with all the consequences. It also notes challenging combat, and you do have couch cooperative play to round things out. The game offers many situations that can be solved in co-op differently than in single player. You can find new ways of fun on how to win. The game is scheduled for a release in 2022. Again, I think if you look at it right now, it does look a little bit rough around the edges, and maybe even to some people, doesn't look to be a technical juggernaut, but interestingly enough, right now, the game is scheduled for a release on next-gen platforms only, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC, so hopefully it does come together, and hopefully it does have a massive world to explore, because I do think you're going to get that. But really, for a game like this, I think we want more depth in the content rather than being a technical juggernaut. I think it's fine as long as the dialogue is engrossing, the story is gripping, and there's a lot of depth to the decision-making as well, and I think they're going for that at this point. Alright, moving on from that, a lot of other things to note, but I'll go through these relatively quickly. Astroneer for Nintendo Switch finally launching on January 13th, and they have dropped information on a new update, the Xenobiology update, that is going to be coming alongside the Nintendo Switch release, noting the Switch version of Astroneer is the complete experience, including the brand new Xenobiology update that will introduce mysterious creatures and new adventures. Embark on a narrative-focused mission on all over the solar system to discover the secrets behind these curious cephalopods, and the game has been thoroughly reworked to ensure a great performing experience on Switch, which will support for Pro controllers and local Switch-to-Switch play. It is a pretty visually impressive game. Like, it's a very colorful game as well. I don't think they're gonna have trouble getting it running on the Switch, but yeah, a game that was incredibly well received with its PC release as well. Nice to see it make the transition to Nintendo Switch as well, obviously available on PS4 and Xbox One. Moving on from that, we got some free updates to talk about. I think this will get people maybe laughing a little bit. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl free DLC character in Garfield has been announced, and it is out today. Let's go. Garfield is available. We got a Garfield reveal trailer, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Now, this as a game, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, Super Smash Brothers, it is not. From a gameplay standpoint, I don't think people are going to find it as hooking as that, but it's a game that you kind of go for the charm, the appeal of the characters, and if you have a nostalgic tie towards those characters, I definitely think you can find some enjoyment out of. There are definitely issues with the game, but it's a game that's also readily available for like 20 bucks already. Yeah, if you paid like 40 or 50 that it dropped at, I could understand why you would be disappointed, but at like 20 bucks, I definitely think it's a good game to, you know, have a couple buddies over, crack open a couple beers, as I always say with these games, and, you know, just have a good time, and I think you can definitely have that with Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Now, it should be noted that the game is available on the DLC, excuse me, is available on all platforms except for the Nintendo Switch. That will receive the update sometime later this month, so a little bit of a bummer there, but hopefully that is coming very soon, and it should be sometime this month. Lastly, I should note that Blasphemous, the stylish old-school pixel graphics Metroidvania title with a lot of blood and guts, Blasphemous is getting a sequel in 2023, so that's a long ways away, and we don't know much about the game at this point. However, if you do have the first game, Blasphemous' final free update is out now, adding a sizable amount of content. The final chunk of the story content is also being dropped. You've also got a couple of other updates in there as well. If you've never checked out Blasphemous, the game readily goes on sale. Not considerably cheap, but you can find it discounted, and if you're a fan of Metroidvanias with an old school look, incredibly old school look, like we're talking old school pixel graphics here, very much akin to what you would have played in the late 80s, early 90s, then this might be something up your alley. Incredibly challenging game as well, so that is something to note, but nice to see this get an update as well. This is the Wounds of Eventide update. You can check that out right now as a free update, and again, and Blasphemous 2 will be out sometime in 2023. And that is gonna conclude this video. Again, we went through a lot of stuff, deals, news, and everything in between. Let us know what you think about these longer formatted videos. We're gonna try to do this more consistently. It is going to make our uploads a little bit more staggered because it does take time to put these together. A little bit more time, I should say, but I figured it would keep your inboxes less flooded and we could cover a lot more information. And with YouTube chapters, really, the need to cover specific information in specific videos isn't really necessary. Maybe mixing up deals and news might not be the best idea in the world, but always open to suggestions. This is going to be an ever-evolving format, and with how much you guys did seem to enjoy the longer formatted deals videos with the PSN deals, and those videos are doing incredibly well from a view standpoint as well, so thank you guys a ton for that, and the comments have been overwhelmingly positive, so we really appreciate it. So sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Links to everything, sources, deals links, everything will be in the description box below as always. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.